But we keep seeing the same people open the gate.
I hope we do work again, Will, because I don't know how much time you got left.
I'm here, yeah.
For now.
It's not.
That's what I'm saying. We got to get it done.
When you thought that folks in Tinseltown had no guts to go against the shady elites, here's the latest scoop. It said that actor and comedian Will Ferrell backed up all Katt Williams' claims about the integrity in Hollywood and even shared a darker side of what's happening behind the glitzy facade of showbiz. You couldn't miss that interview of Katt on Club Shay Shay, where the comedian delved into secret gatherings bringing together influential figures from movies, music, and business, including personalities like Diddy and Kevin Hart. Now, as these bashes are no longer secret, and with all the heat that the bigwigs are facing, Ferrell, who's been in the industry for a long time, also shared how power and influence often destroy people's lives, especially those who dare to speak against the elites and their puppets.
Is there something you know about me that I don't know? Like medical health history? What?
And if it's all crystal clear with Diddy and folks like him, it may seem that comedy world also needs some serious cleansing from predatory figures, and that's why Will Ferrell decided to speak out. And apparently, there are also the industry darlings in the comedy industry, like Steve Harvey or Kevin Hart, who sold their souls for fame. Comedian Monique has also spoken against Hollywood insiders who takes pleasure in mocking fellow comedians facing challenges. She has her own story of being betrayed by folks like Kevin Hart, who promised her to help in time of need but backed at the very lazy moment. Kevin Hart's manager said Kevin doesn't want anything to do with Monique. He doesn't want any kind of relationship with Monique. It all happened during Monique and her ongoing beef with Oprah Winfrey and Tyler Perry. The Academy Award winner has frequently spilled the tea about how her family faced tough times because of Hollywood's sick games.
Oh, it's the great Tyler Perry? No, you've got to be accountable for that. Oprah Winfrey, you've got to be accountable for the things you've done with my family.
That's when Kevin Hart swooped in to play the hero. As the story goes, Kevin promised her to have chat with Tyler Perry for Monique. And guess what? He did. Hart had a heart-to-heart with Perry and came back with the juicy scoop. Perry's ready to bury the hatchet and move forward. It seemed like a great thing to do because the actress has reportedly lost millions because of the industry games, and Tyler Perry was a part of that. So when Kevin Hart wanted to team up with her and even offered to be the big boss for any project she wanted, she believed him, but she didn't expect she was about to be played by the industry bigwigs. Here's where it gets messy. At first, Hart was all pumped about helping Monique revive her talk show. Unfortunately, however, things didn't play out the way she had expected.
That's a miscommunication, and we're going to talk Tuesday. Don't worry about it. I'm telling you right now, it's a miscommunication. That was 2 years ago.
Out of the blue, Monique got blindsided again. Kevin simply vanished into thin air after all his promises of help and support. Monique tried calling Hart for the scoop, but all she got was radio silence. Apparently, Kevin decided not to mess with his big bosses because, come on, when it comes to opposing the elites and going against their will, nothing good would happen. As many people say, there's nothing surprising in the way that the industry works, and things like this have been going on for decades. As one person wrote on social media, unless you're too blinded with celebrities, you'd notice that this has been happening ever since Hollywood entertainment became mainstream, and this was decades ago. And another user added, there's nothing to deny. They are not even hiding as much anymore. Come on, let's be real. Look at the world. But things are getting messier for all those elites who felt like they're untouchable. With more folks in different genres coming forward to share the sickening truth about the power play and even the hidden agendas of illegal trafficking happening behind the closed doors, we're getting the vision of real Hollywood. And folks, it's not pretty.
And I'd never revealed that until now, so now they know.
Now, apparently, there's a criminal ring running in the industry, and folks on top are the handlers of some shady activities, just like Diddy was the kingpin in the hip-hop world, reaping wealth and success but doing some disturbing stuff in his mansions. There are the same personalities in the comedy world, and that's why Katt Williams is now getting more support from his colleagues. Just look at Kevin Hart and how easily he navigates the showbiz. Even Katt mentioned in his interview how he stole his roles in numerous movies.
Every single movie that Kevin Hart did was a movie that had been on my desk.
During their chat with Shannon, Katt boldly suggested that Kevin might be a product of the industry. He questioned how Hart could rise so fast, landing a sitcom and starring in movies like Soul Plane, all within his first year in Hollywood. Katt even plainly said it was all fishy. He already had his deals when he got here. Have we heard of a comedian that came to LA and in his first year in LA, he had his own sitcom on network television and had his own movie called Soul Planes that he was leading? As Katt hinted, Kevin's success might not be all it seems, and we already know the stories when prominent roles or even awards were given to artists for special services. It's no doubt that there's a shady side to how some people get ahead in Hollywood, and apparently they are connected to one big criminal ring. Remember, there was a chat about certain initiation rituals. Katt himself brought up the controversy about this a long time ago when he accused fellow comedians of wearing a dress in movies.
So, you know, some of us make choices. I think it's not a biggest choice for others.
But it's just the tip of an iceberg, and if you start to dig deeper, more disturbing stories begin to surface, painting a harrowing picture of power misuse in Tinseltown, and folks like Katt are not afraid to call out Hollywood's shady practices. It's not much news that those who compromise their integrity often soar high and bathe in riches, like Steve Harvey, who once claimed that integrity is for poor people. You know, it's not just Katt Williams who's talking about this stuff. Another comedian, Dave Chappelle, brought up the same topic back in 2006 during an interview with Oprah. He spilled the beans on why he turned down a whopping sum of $50 million deal from Comedy Central. He hinted that big money often comes with big strings attached, and he wanted to escape that fate for himself.
I mean, you know, if you a black dude trying to hide, Africa is a good...
Having been in showbiz since he was just 14, Dave's seen a lot behind the scenes, and he said that he didn't want to be another puppet controlled by Tinseltown. In 2005, he even chose to hide from the long claws of elites in Africa without even warning his wife because he was afraid that that would chase him sewn there. It's clear from these tales that folks have to stay super cautious about what's happening in Hollywood, and fame is not always a good thing. Apparently, big money comes with big problems, and those who choose to join the sketchy rituals from the start often find themselves buried deeper and deeper into trouble. And little by little, the demands from the industry intensifies, and in the end, some artists find themselves doing stuff that goes against all laws.
This is probably going to be odd to some people, but totally obvious to others.
But as Katt mentioned in his interview at the beginning of this year, the House of Lies is about to collapse. Apparently, he knew the storm was coming and many more victims and witnesses would come forward. All of these big deviants is all catching hell in 2024. It's up for all of them. It don't matter if you Diddy or whoever you is, TD Jakes, any of them. All lies will be exposed. Katt was the first person not to send any cryptic messages and speaking boldly about the secret life of elites, and it seems like his courage was contagious. Other people who have been wronged by the industry or were offered sketchy deals are no longer afraid to speak their mind about the weird stuff in Hollywood.
They all do the same job.
Maybe it's the start of a new era, without the pressures and the games, and where no one will be forced to compromise their principles. But before, all the dirty secrets must expose and the guilty ones must be punished. It's not just about entertainment anymore. Once there's a chat about big money, integrity often goes out the window. Money has this weird power to make people forget their principles. This is probably how Steve Harvey made it to a whopping $200 million net worth. Having almost no talent or ideas, he became the highest paid entertainer, raking in cash like nobody's business. And who knows what kind of services he's actually being paid for by his masters. After Diddy's sick stories and Oprah's mess with kids, fans are confident that the entire Tinseltown is rotten to its core. As one person commented, "These freaks need to pay for what they have done to children. Pedwood needs to go down." And another user added, "They all sacrifice children, and with the amount of children missing every day. It makes sense. It's so sickening." Apparently, the rabbit hole of disturbing secrets that Hollywood is hiding goes way deeper than we thought, and probably more shocking stories will be revealed soon. But folks, what do you think about all this? Is Tinseltown that sold and corrupted as Katt and other folks say? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to check my other videos.